Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Badgers will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Ben. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Scarlet Knights offense will come out first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the shotgun, they'll run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pressure coming. They're working that left side. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Scarlet Knights will punt it away on fourth down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. No fair catches here, looking for room. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Wisconsin's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Using the quick game. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Badgers have their offense in high gear. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. The run to the left. Runs through a tackle.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
The Badgers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. The short hands, it's Madden. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Prowls through the defense.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
To the ground with the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Stark. Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. You think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one, and they just ruined coordinators' game plans offensively.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Running into the open space. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time he's got his man. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking for room. It's Ivory. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He's going to take off. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. He'll sneak it. And the Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. To the air. It's Stark. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. And the Scarlet Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got an open man. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, probably looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. They're trailing by just 4 to Utah State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the option. Quick toss. Fighting off the defender.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Looking downfield, it's Stark. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that
breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Badgers have moved it inside the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Into the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. He's inside the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Stark. Finds his man, it's Averill. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. The Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it from the gun. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Rutgers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this run.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Scarlet Knights will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box.
There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And the Badgers with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first down. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Badgers line it up with a 1st and goal. Now they're going to throw it. Going to bowl his way in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Badger. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. They'll leave it with him. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Wants to throw. It's start. It's complete to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's got it inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Scarlet Knights have this offense rolling. Lost to throw again. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to have at Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man on the right.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Sometimes you need a little luck off that right upright and through. Now a two-possession game at 24-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Ivory. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. And the Badgers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. It's a draw. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day.
Makes the grab, past the marker. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. They'll run the screen. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And they tack on the PAT. It's 31-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there at Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Central Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple screens. They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
And the Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Rushes on him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Badgers want to crank the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying.
He uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now let's see what they come up with on 3rd down after that incompletion. Gives it to the back on the draw. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Stark. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Makes a nice grab at the 25.
Returner brings it out to the 27. And your Wisconsin Badgers will take over.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Looking for a crease. It's Meyer. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right.
Wide open on the right. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
Turning it on! That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys.
And here's the third interception of the night.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Looking downfield, it's Stark. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack. You get the rock.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Lets it go to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. The Scarlet Knights buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game.
They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And your
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. The throw. Oh, he makes the catch. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Makes the grab on the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Made a defender miss. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. He is putting the Badgers on his back. Reminds me of games we called when Russell Wilson was at the helm.
Yeah, and I know Wisconsin fans get jacked up when they get great quarterback play. They don't get it very often. They don't get the explosive numbers with this offense. But this dude, he's putting on a show, and I guarantee you they are jumping around.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. 2nd down coming up. They'll go to the ground. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's another safety. They get their 3rd one of this game.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. He's in open space downfield.
Returner brings it out to the 35.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that, when they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. You should brag about it, especially defensive. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Wide open downfield.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Badgers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Flowers. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Stark. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Scarlet Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat pattern, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
With the catch, it's Jones. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're
fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the option. Now the toss. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here's the handoff. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it.
Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They're still firing away even with this lead. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. He played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.